What is going on, guys and girls, and welcome back to the channel once again, and welcome to my Mark 1 Turbo MX5 walk around. Well, it was a Turbo MX5. Currently there is absolutely fuck all engine in there, but I wanted to do a walk around just to give you guys an overview of the modifications done on the car so far, plans for the future, and yeah, just basically give any new viewers a rundown of the car. So without no further ado, let's get to it. Right, let's start at the front end. So if we take a look, we've got a custom badge on the front. Really like this. It's got the JDM Rising Sun logo in the background, as you guys can see right there. Massive fan, not seen any MX5 with that before. I got that custom made by a guy called Turbo MX5, top man, really good bloke. But we've got turn signal intakes on the front. These are running LED turn signal indicator bulbs. Awesome, provide good airflow into the engine bay. Now, ordinarily, well, before I get onto that actually, if we have a look at the bonnet, you'll notice we've got a big hole here, and I've started to drill a big hole there. Ignore that, that's just masking tape. What we're doing on that matter is we're fitting some quick release bonnet catches. I just need to order new hole saws because, as you can see, I've made a right pig's arse out of that one, and that's because the hole saws were completely blunt. But yeah, that's what's on the kind of front end so far. I mean, it's pretty stock, and that's just because there's nothing under the engine bay, because ordinarily there would be a big intercooler in here, oil cooler, all of that lot, but that's not in there at the moment because we did just recently strip down. Well, I say recently, probably more like a few years. Months is a bit of under exaggeration. We shipped everything down to smooth the engine bay, forge the engine, and we're getting back with the car now and we're starting to piece it all back together. But yeah, let me flip the camera around and show you inside the engine bay, because I can talk a bit about what we did have under there before, what we're going to have under there once it's all back together, and a bit about the smoothing process of the engine bay as well. Now, you know the ones where you have to prop the bonnet open with your head whilst you put this bad boy in there. Lovely. So if we have a look under here, we recently installed the Mx5 radiator and Mx5 twin fan shroud, as you can see there. Now this fan's wired in, this one's not yet, and we're going to have to do a bit of tuning in our ECU software to run this at the way we want to run it, basically, so each fan turns on at the temperature which we want it to turn on at. When we have a look under the engine bay, as you can see, we've got some gorgeous smooth arches, paint finish is really good, all DIY done by myself. And actually, probably a good moment to mention, if you're a new viewer, I bought this car completely standard and I've done all the work myself, so I'm not one of those YouTubers who bring it to a shop, film someone else installing their parts, and then pick it up and enjoy the car. No, that's not us. But having a look under here, we've smoothed all of this, and if you know anything about MX5, you'll know how much of a ball ache this is. Same with this side, looks really, really nice. And we've gone ahead and started to put in new bits. So this is fuse and relay box, we relocated that slightly. It did come out all the way to over here, just right here, but we've just tucked it a bit under there. I mean, it's still not perfect, but you can get to everything, so that does the job. Now, in terms of that, that's pretty much all we've got under the engine bay at the moment. We've got our quick release clips, which go through here. We've just got to install the catches over the top, but they'll be installed in a video coming very, very soon. Now, talking about what we did have under here, we had a stock engine, TDO4 turbo, front mount intercooler, RX8 injectors, aftermarket ECU, the whole lot, running give or take around 250 brake horsepower. Now that was really awesome, and 250 brake horsepower in a sub-ton car is super fast. But if you know me personally, you'll know that I get bored quite easily and I'm a bit of a thrill seeker, hence going for bigger power. So what are we doing to the engine? Well, we're going forged everything on the block. So we're going forged pistons, forged rods, aftermarket upgraded billet gear oil pump. We're going an ATI harmonic balancer, new race bearings all round, ARP head studs. That's most of the stuff, like a sump baffle to prevent all the oil swishing around under high speed acceleration, aftermarket I can't say that word, but engine mounts, the nice poly, whatever they're called ones. Block, that's pretty much it. We're going to go for an aftermarket head gasket to accommodate the slightly wider pistons. 83.5mm bore is what we're going for. In terms of the head, we're going to keep the head fairly standard to start off with. We will do a head rebuild later down the line in a few months time, where we'll do new valve stems, new valve seats, valve springs, camshafts. We'll get some turbo camshafts in there and do a full port throughout the whole head to make it freer flowing, but that's not going to be straight away. And what we're going to do, we're going to run the old turbo setup on there for the time being and just crank up the boost. Down the line, we're going to go for a bigger turbo and a meteor system. Now, most of the stuff, you know, it's going to be upgraded in terms of the intake manifold I'm upgrading, the throttle body I'm upgrading. Just the downpipe, turbo manifold and turbo is going to stay TD04 for the time being. Now we are upgrading to a bigger intercooler. I'm going to reveal that in a later video when we install it, but it's a big boy. Trust me, it's a massive, massive intercooler. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just lower this down now. Like, people don't actually appreciate how difficult it is to do everything on YouTube one-handed whilst holding a camera, but there we go, practice makes perfect. Now coming around to the side of the MX5, we've got these tinted. That's just a bit chavvy if I'm quite honest, but we're going to do something about that soon when the car goes in for maybe a potential colour change. But as you can see, we've got BBS replica alloys on the front, running some meaty tyres, and underneath there, you can't see it, but we've got some Tyne coilovers. Yeah, it's not that low. As you can see, that needs some work because I didn't roll the arch properly. Well, I did roll the rear arches and they're fine, but I didn't roll the fronts because I thought they'd fix. They were 7J wheels and they're 8J, but yeah, maybe I was slightly mistaken on that one. Now, if you look here, we've got riv nuts installed all around the arch, and that's because we've got a Rocket Bunny kit, which we did test fit, and when this goes in for paint, they'll be installed on there, and we'll need bigger wheels, but there's no point running them without the bigger wheels and without a paint because it looks absolutely dumb. Coming around to the side, you know, you've got little bits and pieces. We've got these painted, some stickers, because each sticker equates to 5 brake horsepower, so actually, rather than 250, that's 260, 70, 80, 285 brake horsepower. Loving that. Now moving around to the rear of the car, you can see we've got a Cobalt dual exit catback exhaust system, straight from the catback, and we don't have a cat either. We've got a decat pipe. Yeah, wink wink, we've got a cat. And looking at the rear, you can see we've got, again, tinted lights. Please note, I did that about 3 years ago when I first bought the car and it looked absolutely ridiculous, but we're going to be changing these soon. It's going to be a bit going on at the back end. Basically, the whole back end's being restyled, including these hideous spoiler brackets. Now, I am going to keep my big wing spoiler on there. Actually, you know what? Let's go show you the big spoiler. We've got a big gay wing carbon fibre spoiler. And it looks really good. It just looks ridiculous. It looks too high on them mounts. And it just looks stupid. So we're going to chassis mount that. We're going to have mounts coming from the chassis up and around and a wing on the back. And it's going to look really good. Just trust me. I know loads of people hate big gay wings, but if you know me, you know things get done right. And, you know, just ordinarily, I haven't got too much to talk about here because when I did strip down the car for the rebuild, I had to take off loads of bits and pieces, including side skirts. You can just see car parts, car parts, car parts, car parts, car parts, car parts, absolutely everywhere. And there's more in my loft upstairs. So this is pretty standard for my car, but yeah. Anyway, let's take a little look inside. As you can see, now this does not do it justice of my interior. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to insert a couple of clips over this because, yeah, it looks so much better when it's clean. But the roof was down when I was doing all the sanding and smoothing for the engine bay. Dust got in, and yeah, it's an absolute state. But we've got a complete custom interior, which I've done myself, every single bit. Nothing on this was bought at all either. So these door cards I made. I didn't buy quilted door cards. I made them out of quilted leather. We've got suede up here. Now that looks a bit purpley, but it's actually black. You can kind of see when I brush it the right way, it's black. It just needs a nice clean. We've got Alpine Type G door speakers, Alpine tweeters. We've got a OMP steering wheel. We've got loads of custom work in here. We've got TR lane side bash bars or chassis support rails, whatever you want to call them. All these custom switches with corresponding lights to say when they're on or off, which I installed, and that's for all cool aftermarket boosty boy things. And yeah, we've got loads of gauges in here as well, like an AEM true boost gauge, air fuel ratio. We've got oil pressure, oil temperature, water temperature, and yeah, just all round quilted interior, of course. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We do have bucket seats to go in here as well, but they're not currently installed. And you know what? These aren't even installed either. They're just literally sitting there. Loads more bolts. Don't even get me started on bolts. But I guess you get a rough idea off the inside of the car. We've got a nice big roll bar just to prevent any damage happening. If we do roll over, well, damage to me, car damage would be pretty significant. But yeah, let's close that up. Now, I've revealed quite a lot of what's coming on the channel already, but yeah, plans are tremendous for this thing. The rear end needs a full makeover. We've got an RX-7 diffuser to go on there. We've just got so much to do, boys, but that's a good thing because it means loads and loads of content for you guys. And I could reveal so many more plans on the MX-5, but to be quite honest, I think I've given you more than enough spoilers to take away in this video, so we're going to leave it there. Hope you like my Mazda MX-5. Like I said, it's not in the best shape right now, but it's going through a lot of work, and the transformation is going to be incredible. We will do a before and after from stock to when this is back on the road. Once the car's done, I reckon it'll be another couple of months, but let's be patient, let's keep grinding it out. And you know what, it's another couple of months, but there's another load of videos which can be filmed in that time frame. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Comment down below what you'd like to see done on my Mazda MX-5, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.